down for a meal and conversation. All are invited to the table to hear the message of inspiration and hope from small business owners across the country as we celebrate diversity in culture and cuisine. Welcome to Food Coma, Conversations Over Meals in America, hosted by Cynthia McAllister.
Hello and welcome to another wonderful episode of Food Coma, Conversations Over Meals in America. And I'm your host, Cynthia McAllister, and I'm here with a fantastic guest. Her name is Angela Chester Johnson, and she has this wonderful dish that we're going to talk about, and we're going to get into her business. But of course, first we got to get into the food. Okay, so let me just describe this dish. It is so colorful and it's healthy and natural. And what we have here is a combination of, we have some onions and some apples. Angela, do you want to tell us a little bit of what this dish is?
Well, certainly. First of all, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me. And I thought that I would give you a recipe that was clean, healthy, picturesque, and delicious at the same time. So this is a recipe. I call it a summer recipe, really, but it's beets and, as Cynthia just said, cheese and onions, or you can use shallots, seasonings, and a little dressing for the salad. It's a starter salad, or if you're a light eater in the summer, it can be a great salad for lunch. It can be lunch all by itself.
And what we have to mention is one of the spices in this dish came from Plumgood, which is Angela's company. She has wonderful spices and teas. Angela, why don't you tell us about your company and your business, Plumgood?
I certainly will, and I will let you know that the spice that we put in the salad is a spice that's dressing that goes with pretty much everything, and therefore its name, it's all good. And it really is. It's like a combination of 13 herbs and spices, very little salt, lots of citrus and herbs, and just a wonderful dish to accompany almost anything, truly. Soups, meats, poultry, veggies, etc. So Plumgood is, we like to say, we make delicious easy. It's a flavoring company, a seasoning company, a company that we say, because of its global impact and its global herbs and spices and flavorings, we say that we help bring the world together one kitchen at a time. You know, Plumgood is a way to bring together a little bit of this and that from planets. Oh my God, I'm going to another level, from continents across the world. I've done a lot of traveling. I do a lot of gardening. And from that, and then actually being interested in cultures, etc., started Plumgood. So we say from down home favorites, we started home, from down home favorites to global cuisine. We help you make magic in your kitchen. And that's because most of our spices and herbs are proprietary blends. We do sell some A to Z spices. We say from anise to za'atar, but most of our spices are blends of things that we think go particularly well together and help to enhance and give that little something to your food. Additionally, from a health standpoint, the spices and herbs give food flavor that assist you with at least limiting the amount of salt, sugar, and fats that you put in your food. Most of us don't eat as healthy as we could because it doesn't taste that good. But the spices and herbs really help you to get more flavor from your food. And then the teas, which are also basically herbs and spices, are from different plants, berries, barks, woods from around the world. And we have a wellness aspect to our teas as well as a culinary So, food is social. Mostly, I think almost every culture in the world, the kitchen is the epicenter of that culture. When people come to your house, there is something to eat or something to drink. And we like playing a role in that.
That is fantastic. And I love the cultural aspect. I mean, you're getting flavors from around the globe, which is awesome. And getting that to people's tables so they could taste those flavors. Now, you're a business owner, and it's not easy to be a business owner. What made you decide to start your own company?
You know, I have a business that is based on the things that I love doing. And I alluded to it a little bit a minute ago. I decided to start a business from my hobbies. And my hobbies are traveling, gardening. Well, music didn't have a lot to do with it, except that a good food and a good song, are understood everywhere in the world. So maybe that's the similarity. But I decided to start my own business because I did not want to actually go take another 9 to 5. I worked in an organization that I loved. I did international advocacy, and it didn't feel like work because I loved it so much. And then after I became a particular age, that foundation closed down. And I did not want to go back, what I called on the inside. I did not know what I could bring value with. I knew what I loved to do, but I didn't quite understand if I could do it well enough or smart enough to bring value. So I took a chance, joined, I did not start it, but I joined a farmer's market in downtown Washington, D.C., where I live. It was called Chops, downtown at the Ronald Reagan building. And every Friday that I went to that market, I got tickled because I thought, they're buying this. They're buying this. I was just really, frankly, surprised that people were as open and receptive to the idea of my mixes. So it was a good thing. I started a business because I no longer wanted to work a 9 to 5, and I wanted to give a shot at continuing to do things that I enjoyed.
That's wonderful. Following your passion, and that's the best way to start a business. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of Angela from Plumgood. And we're back with more Food Coma, Conversations Over Meals in America. And I'm your host, Cynthia McAllister. I'm here with Angela from Plumgood. Okay, so Angela, can you share a testimonial of how you've overcome challenges as a business owner?
Oh, challenges, there are many. It's part of what business is. It's part of what life is, right? But one of the challenges I can speak to most recent challenges, which many people in the food industry and many other industries experienced, was the slowdown or absolute halt of business during 2020 when COVID was here. Well, still here, but when it was really here hard, we got hit. One of the things that we do is have a concession at the events and sports arena in Washington, D.C. And I'll never forget March 10th, 2020, the concession closed and the arena closed. And we did not work for 15 months. That meant I had to lay off people. I had to figure out some other way to patch up that piece of money that was not coming in, income that was not coming in. And I had to be safe. So, it really was a scary time. I met that challenge by staying hopeful, by using the time that I have for introspection and staying open. So in my business, I produce products. That's the main thing of what I do. We also, as I said, have a concession stand, and we also occasionally would do catering. But catering was definitely a skill that we had, but didn't necessarily want to use. But you know what? I opened myself up to the possibility of catering and was able to partner with a large organization, World Central Kitchen, and able to help people who did not have the opportunity to get out and get good, sound meals and to prepare meals for them. So I will tell you that by staying open and flexible, we were able to help people. We were able to make money ourselves. We were able to keep, money flowing in, and you just can't beat that. You just can't beat that. And so we were able to really not generate the same amount of income, but to generate nearly the amount of income that we had the year before. So um, that's a big thing. I think that's a big thing in business, just staying flexible, staying nimble, as they say, and being willing to do what it takes to tread water to get by until you get back to your sweet spot.
Yeah, and then the ability to pivot. As you said, you had to transition from one approach to another in order to get
Yes.
through those tough times. So that's awesome.
Yep.
Now, we are so happy to have you as a KeySpot business partner. Can you share a little bit how KeySpot has supported your business?
I can tell you several things, but I will tell you something that has been most important to me. Coming out of 2020, you sort of took an exhale, like, brand new year. Well, who knew that 2021 was also going to have its trials and tribulations? And so as we continue to, catch our breath and find our way back and try to reemploy people, et cetera, I actually was supporting a friend at a talk, if you will, seminar. And I heard this young lady speak about her organization, and that it was an organization to support businesses and help each other out. And I didn't know exactly what it would be or how it would be, but I knew that it was a young, energetic woman who was at the helm, and I decided to join. Well, it was very affordable, and the mission was one that is dear to my heart, and that's people helping people, whether it's through bartering or thought partners, etc. And so what the organization has been to me is just that, just being a thought partner and also a motivator. And as Cynthia would not have known this, but the little messages that I get every month, the opportunities to showcase my goods, to share them with people in other markets, to meet people who do either complementary things that I do or the same people that I do, without trying really, just be having that support is such a support. And then it gets lonely. Really, you can feel very isolated when you have a small business. A lot of times you're the chef, you're the cook, you're the bottle washer. And just having that outside inspiration of someone saying, let's do this, or come, show your product, or meet this person. It has been such a motivation to me. So nights like tonight, getting to talk to you, to talk about my business, to talk about my products, all of these things are wonderful things that really and truly you pay a lot for. So I am thankful and looking forward to the journey to continue, and looking forward to growing my participation.
Well, thank you so much, Angela. I appreciate the wonderful words, and I appreciate you being a KeySpot business partner. Now, can you share a little bit about who are two role models that you have in business?
I will, yes. So one person is a young lady named Pinky. That's really her name, Pinky Reddick. And we met at a life assets meeting. She's probably about she's a lot younger than I am. She had been in business a shorter amount of time, but we were both in the food business, and I thought that we could really support each other. And the business model of life assets is to have people work together in teams. We work together in a team. And I will just tell you that from the time I met this young lady to now, she has probably quadrupled her economic income. And I know that a large part of it is her work ethic. I have a pretty strong work ethic, but I don't think I have ever seen anyone so on top of their game. Absolutely, they make mistakes. Absolutely, they get discouraged. Absolutely, they misfire sometimes. But this is a person who has a goal, a focus, many goals, but a focus, who stays on point, who gets back up, and who is just growing. And she's not scared. She's bold. She's bold, and I love that. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I tell her, I said, I want to be like you. I want to be like you. We all have our high strengths. Mine, I know, is creativity, what if, visioning, that type of thing, and making a good product. But as far as the systems and the doggedness and the just going to do it and the focus and nothing's going to turn me around, she has that, and I really look up to her for that. As far as a person, this is going to really blow your mind, but a person that that we all know that I admire, it's Beyonce. And I will tell you
Doesn't blow my
something.
mind.
That is such, it's the same thing. People look at, entertainment as fun and whatever, and I'm sure it is, but that is a hard, hard work. And from the time she was a kid until now, she's been doing this game and making it better and perfecting it and being a wife and being a mother and balancing it and, looking beautiful through the process, staying true to her aesthetic, right? Always doing something wonderful. I happened to go to a Beyonce concert in New Orleans because I went on a trip with my daughter and another mother and daughter, and they wanted the Beyonce tickets, which were the highest tickets on the planet. But we went, and I will tell you, I pretty much had my mind blown. And it was just the precision of everything, the beauty of everything, the excellence, it was just unbelievable. And I would put her right there with Michael Jackson as far as entertainment and acting and taking yourself seriously and taking your craft seriously. And I would give her even a leg up because I think she managed to embrace and incorporate more balance.
Yeah, that's a lot. She does a lot. Very well-rounded entertainer and person, and for philanthropist as well.
As well.
Yeah, she's very multi-talented. We're going to take another quick break, but we're going to be back with more of Angela from Plumgood. And we're back with more Food Coma, Conversations Over Meals in America, sponsored by Keyspot by Quality SAP. And I'm here with a fantastic guest, Angela from Plumgood. Okay, so Angela, where do you see your business in the future?
Whoa, what a great question. As I begin to think about scaling down, God and the universe are saying, So I really see Plumgood. I don't want to say franchises, but I see a lot of, I'm experiencing a lot of opportunities with bricks and mortar, with airport locations. We'll be going into the Lexington market, which is over 200 years old, market in Baltimore. We are in DC. We will be partnering and collaborating with some partners in DC. I can't say it yet. I wish I could, but with a big partner in DC, and looking forward to all of it. So I see growing others, incubator opportunities. I think that we help each other so much when we pass on what we know and when we show what we know. So in some of these opportunities, we are going to extend it to other people so that they can have the opportunity to grow as well. Because all of these things are happening at one time, and I am saying no to a couple, but I've decided to embrace what I have attracted. And I decided that the best way to do that is, one, work with some others that are very good in human resources and talent, because you can't do everything and be all places at one time. But two, to absolutely just infuse the Plumgood brand, throughout this country, throughout the world. And we want it to be so. It will be so, and we intend it to be so, that when you walk up to a kiosk or a store or go on a website, that you say, oh, that's Plumgood. You know what it is. You know what you're going to find. You're going to find flavor and seasonings and recipes, a little education and something, teas to soothe you and help you with your mobility. But it will have a look. It will have a culture. It will have a feel. So that's where we're going, into some standardizing, systematizing, expansion. We're scaling up.
Wow. So we're going to see you all over the place in
Absolutely.
the stores, and
Absolutely.
being able to purchase your product and your flavorful sauces, at the grocery store. So I'm looking forward to that. All right. So
as are we.
Yes. So what are some words of wisdom that you have for others who are in business or about to start a business?
Well, first of all, and I had this conversation with a young man yesterday who's at a business group, who was saying, so here's the word of wisdom. Let me start there. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. If you believe in yourself, you believe in your idea, you can make it happen. You can absolutely make it happen. Nobody has the right, the authority, the wherewithal to stop you from your dream. Your dream is yours. You own it. Another piece of advice that is akin to that is not to worry about people not seeing your vision. It's okay. What do you think the Wright brothers experienced when they talked about an airplane? I still, until now, can't imagine how anybody thought they could make a record. How do you make a record? How do you put a needle on something and make sound? I don't get it. I don't know it. I don't know. But if you think it, if it's been dropped and deposited in your spirit, well, I'm a Christian. I believe that that's the Holy Spirit. I believe that anything that's been dropped in your spirit is for a reason. And I know that you are wired and equipped to do anything your heart desires. If it's being done, you can do it. Even if it's that you have to find the talent and the partnership and the collaboration to do it. It can be done. It can be done. I used to always say, wouldn't it be awesome to be a surgeon? But I have such hand-eye coordination problems. Well, now they have robotics. So you know what? Go for it. Go for it. And just know that there will be bumps and bruises along the way, but quitters don't win and winners don't quit.
That's right. And I like what you said about, you know what, not everybody has your vision, but guess what? You do, and it was dropped on you. So you need to go
Exactly.
forward and do what you can do to make it happen. So
Exactly.
I love that. Great words of wisdom. Now, you shared how Keyspot has supported your business. Why would you recommend Keyspot to others and becoming a Keyspot business partner to others who are in business?
Well, I would recommend KeySpot because we are each other's keeper, if you will. You know, the best way to get something done, the best way to be supported is through each other. It really is. It's through each other. It's with each other. And KeySpot is a way to be connected, to stay connected. They come with great ideas. Again, all of these little prompts. I'm a person that needs prompts, you know. And I look at a KeySpot message and I say, oh my gosh, you know, yeah, I really should do that. Or, you know what? Here I am waiting until the last minute again to miss the opportunity to get my service out there. Well, you know what? People marketing is key to sales, and KeySpot really is a marketing. It is a support session. Um, it is like my daughter and I call it a rah rah shish kebab. You know, come on, let's get it done. And everybody needs it again because I don't think anything can be as isolating as being an entrepreneur. You are working so much, so often, where you go, everything you do, you're working. And so when you have a support that is working with you and helping you to magnify your work, that's leveraging, you know, what you do. And that's what we need. We need leveraging. So we can't all afford you know, a huge marketing firms or PR people, et cetera. But we can all lift each other up. We can all listen to each other. We can take advantage of opportunities that are there. And KeySpot is doing really a great job of that for a price that's affordable. And it's making us, you know, we are sustaining ourselves. And that I like that part of it as well. We're lifting ourselves up through KeySpot.
Well, Angela, it has been a pleasure having you as a guest on Food Coma Conversations Over Meals in America. And your company, Plumgood, is fantastic. And I love your spices and your sauces and everything you have to offer. So everybody, you're going to have to go out there, place your order on the website. The information will be available. So be sure to check it out and check Angela out as well. Again, I want to thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Food Coma Conversation Over Meals in America. And thank you to my guest once again, Angela from Plumgood. All right,
Well,
see you for
thank
another
you.
episode.